Page 1 of 4, statement, Longview Police Department, 360-442-5800. It says, please print clearly. The full name has been redacted. The birthday doesn't actually matter, but you can read it if you really want to. The home address has also been redacted, and this is in Longview. There is no work address listed. It says, the following statement is given to the Longview Police Department to aid in investigation. All facts given are true to the best of my knowledge. On Friday, April 11th, I picked up my daughter, redacted, from school. And as soon as she got in the car, she asked me, "Mom, why did you give Officer Reece my phone number?" I replied, "I didn't. What are you talking about?" She then showed me the text messages she received earlier that day from a number that was not in her contacts. The first text saying, "Hey, you look good the other day with your ripped abs showing. Want to go to lunch?" She responded, "Who's this?" His response, blank, duh, redacted, "I should be in your contacts." Where do you want to go?" "I'm buying." Her response, "Sorry, I don't want to go." He responds, "Don't be so rude. I am buying." She responds, "This isn't blank." He replies, "Why don't you want to go?" Her response, "Because." And then the bottom, redacted, I have read the above statement and I certify and declare it to be true and correct under the penalty of perjury under the laws of state of Washington. This was dated on 4/16 of 2014 at 10 a.m. And then there was a bit more redacted stuff. I don't. He texts, "I have a car. Don't be so temperamental, young lady." She says, "Who is this?" He texts, "Come out of the bathroom." At this time, she was in the bathroom, upset because another boy told her she was rude. It was during class time. When she came out of the bathroom, the only person standing there was Officer Reece, which she was surprised. He could tell she had been crying and asked her why. She responded, "How are you texting me?" He verbally told her, "Your mom gave me your number." And he repeated the last 4 digits of my number and redacted's number. Nothing more was said. She walked around the corner to class and he walked with her saying nothing. While she was in class, she received another text saying, "Let's go, new moon." She responds, "No thank you." He continues to text her, "Nips, Arby's, Wendy's, Five Guys, McDonald's, McD's. Baker's Corner has good strips. Papa Pete's, come on, name it." She again says, "No thank you." When I read all of these, I was shocked and concerned. I chose to think about it through the weekend before contacting authorities. Sometime Friday evening, redacted, programmed the phone number, unknown was scratched out, phone number into her phone. She also had her best friend, redacted, stay the night. And she in turn informed us Officer Reece asked her for blank's phone number, redacted. She then gave it to him. I asked both girls not to talk about this. I asked redacted to save all the messages and tell me if she receives more. Monday, April 14th, 2014, redacted rode to school with a friend, and at 7:42, she received another text from the new program contact of Officer Reece saying, "Have a good day, nice shoes." Then another just after redacted, lunch started at 10:53 a.m. saying, "Wait for me." She informed me and did not reply back. Just before school was dismissed, I went into the office and reported the inappropriate text to Mr. Blackman and Mr. Suck. Redacted came into the office as well. She was a bit nervous and concerned about getting in trouble. I reassured her we were doing the right thing. On Tuesday, 4/15, that part was scratched out. At the end of the meeting, and then there's the redacted, have read the above statement. I certify and declare it to be true and correct under the penalty of perjury and the laws of Washington State on 1614. Next page. Me and Blackman. Blackman reassured us this would be handled quietly and swiftly. On Tuesday, April 15th, I reluctantly took Redacted to school. I noticed Officer Reece was still there, so I called the school to find out what was going on. I spoke to Mr. Sook, informed me it was going to be dealt with this morning. At that time, Redacted texted me that Officer Reece was standing with her group of friends as usual. Redacted was standing by herself off to the side, and he texted her again, "Hey, want to have lunch today?" She did not respond. I informed the principal I was on my way to take Redacted out of school while I was driving. Redacted sent me another text informing me as she was walked away. Officer Reece said, "I guess that's a no." Redacted verbally responded, "It's definitely a no." After we left campus, Redacted received no more texts from Officer Reece. I've seen Officer Reece in passing at school, saying hi, waving, smiling. I am also a hospice nurse and have had one encounter with him a few months ago when his mother passed away. It was professional and brief. Other than that, there has been no contact, and I never gave him permission to text my daughter. Page 3 of 4. Redacted recently informed me that Officer Reece teases her at school, saying, "I know where Redacted lives. She lives in a big Redacted house with a black car parked in a carport on the left of the house, a Woods logging truck in the driveway, and a Redacted by the front door that says Redacted. This describes my house perfectly." Redacted, being a naive 15-year-old, as she shall be, thought this was no big deal, but was annoyed by how often he teased her about it. The only contact Redacted has had outside of school with Officer Reece was on New Year's Eve last year. Her and a couple of friends ding-dong ditched his house. He lives in the next neighborhood over from my house. When she returned to school, he said, "I saw you ding-dong ditch my house while I was gone. I have cameras." Redacted and the kids have also joked with him about forking his yard, but never have. Redacted and Officer Reece socialize at school regularly with her group of friends, which is expected, but this whole situation has crossed the line. Redacted, mother of Redacted, Redacted. Please see page 4 out of 4, addendum. Page 4 out of 4, addendum. To text sent on 4/11/14, when Officer Reece impersonated Redacted in the text, he knew that Redacted is a special needs boy, freshman at Mark Morris, that annoys Redacted often by saying inappropriate sexual comments to her. Officer Reece has known this because he has been present when Redacted came up to Redacted in a group on a few occasions. I, Redacted, would like to be notified immediately when a decision has been made in this case. Redacted, Redacted, Redacted. Have a read above statement, and I certify and declare it to be true and correct under the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Washington. Executed date on 4/16/14. Redacted.